thank you so much for joining me. As always, I appreciate your presence and the fact that you clicked on this video to see what this book review is going to be about. So let's get right to it. The book is called Embers on the Wind by Lisa Williamson Rosenberg. And this is the cover of the book. It looks a little dark and mysterious, which is pretty accurate for the tone of this book. Alright, so let's get into this. This is a story with a few connecting parts. I don't want to say that there's one main character because they're all equally important to the story. I would rather say there is one main place that is the common connecting thread, the Whitaker house. This is a house with a haunted past and devastating present. The Whitaker house is part of the Underground Railroad set in Massachusetts. The land was owned and passed down through the generations. This estate has impacted all the characters in some way. Now, let me tell you a little bit about a few people who are involved in this storyline. There is Kay, who is married with children and is the sister to Michelle. And Michelle and her lover Dominique, who is trying to learn about her lineage. Catherine and her husband Pete, who are the parents of two biological sons and an adopted son. Galen, her husband Rob, and daughter Olivia. And then there is Pam, who is a teenager for most of her portion in the story. Maxine is the current owner and caretaker of the property. And then we have the ghosts / spirits of the past. And there is Little Annie, Birdie, Clementine, and previous plantation era supporting characters. So those are the highlighted characters of this story, okay? And so you have to read the book to find out how these people are intertwined with each other and their connection to the Whitaker property. Now, could I give you a heads up? Yes, I could, but I'm not, because I want you to read the book and find out for yourself, because I don't want to give the book away, because if I tell too much, then it won't intrigue you to read it, okay? This is a story of tracing one's lineage and the history of this property. Some of the characters were drawn to this property because of its unique history of assisting enslaved persons to freedom and the events that took place on the land. Some of the characters are trying to find the truth about where they came from and if they have any connection to enslaved persons that may have perished on the land or gained their freedom by using this property as passage to their freedom. The spirits that haven't passed over are haunting and causing havoc on the living that visit this property. This story also is telling of the enslaved person's journey to freedom and what they endured or how they perished. A perspective of treatment towards those in interracial relationships and the internal tug of war. Okay, so this book kept me on the edge of my seat. The story is expertly woven to keep you intrigued and connected to follow through to the end. There are several high intensity moments. There is a lot packed in this 216 page story. The book does provide a lot of room for a sequel, so I will be interested and if the author will further develop this story. I don't know if I will read it, and you're about to find out why I am skeptical if I will read it. But I think it would still make a good sequel if the author decided to go that route. There are some triggers I must forewarn you about. There is death described in detail. There is the depiction of treatment towards enslaved persons. There is commentary on interrelational relationships. There is conjuring of spirits, paranormal, and ghostly activity. There is sexual content and sexual abuse described. There is mistreatment of children mentioned. I caution you, this story is not for the weak of stomach or mind, okay? The author was as tasteful in the delivery as I would think possible, okay? But just forewarning you that be ready for a crazy ride. The author did provide discussion questions, and they're pretty good, so I'll just refer you to that to get the conversation going. There is also an author's note that I would implore you to read as well. I got through the book in like a couple days. Yes, it's a very good read. I will say it did keep me up at night. You may need to keep a nightlight on because this story can be a little disturbing. I would classify it as a horror movie in my opinion. Look, it was bad enough for my imagination to play it out. I don't think I could stomach seeing it on screen, but that's just me. But it could be definitely a pretty good horror movie. If you haven't guessed, I'm not the person that can digest these kinds of things on a regular basis. I'm not ashamed to say I will have nightmares and be jittery until my mind no longer thinks about what I've seen or read. Look, I'm telling you now, I'm not doing any horror, spirits, conjuring, or scary, or any of the like reading for a minute, okay? I mean, I know we have next month's special book pick to still do, but I am not. I repeat, I will not read another book on this level, even if it is picked for the extra book of the month, okay? I have no idea how people can read this stuff or watch it on TV consistently. Like, I need my mind and spirit to be at full capacity before I read another one, okay? Like, I tell people all the time, know yourself and your limits, and this is one of them for me. So, I mean, someone will say, oh, this is nothing. It's lightweight stuff. Oh, this isn't bad. And to that I say, all right, go ahead with your bad self. But as for me, I will be taking an intermission from this kind of reading, okay? So, let me just say this. After reading this month's special book pick and then this book, I had a bat in my house and it freaked me all the way out, okay? I didn't want to be in my home, you hear me? I mustered up the courage to return, and you talk about pray over and cleanse my home. Look, I was not playing, okay? I am still sleeping with the light on, all right? So, was this just a coincidence? Was it crazy timing or otherwise? I don't know. But Look, I had a bat in my house, and we came face to face, and look, I want no parts, no parts of whatever that was supposed to be. Okay, I'm done for a minute. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I surrender. I'm done. I can't do it. So I need to move my mind and spirit into the light. Okay? So you will see more lighter, upbeat, happy, fun reviews coming up because I can't, y'all. I can't. I don't know how people read the horror and the just paranormal crazy, and I don't know. I don't know how y'all do it. I remember there was a lady that I lived with for a little while, and she would watch these crime shows. And I mean, she was the most sweetest, nicest lady, most, God fearing, like, beautiful woman. Just beautiful, beautiful spirit. And I was just like, how in the world can you watch this stuff? Like, all the time. I'm like, oh no, I can't watch this. I can't do it. I was like, yeah, no. Look, I like my sleep. I like my peace of mind. Look, I need my spirit and mind to be right, and I can't do that watching this stuff all the time. Like, look, I can't, y'all. I can't. So it may be a minute before I read something on this level. And some of you will be like, girl, what you talking about? This ain't nothing. Okay. Okay. But it is a good read. I couldn't put it down, partly because I was just like, oh my God, this is crazy. I couldn't put it down, partly because it was a very good read. The author did a great job of keeping you on your seat. Did a great job of connecting some dots. I mean, it is a good book. Okay, so don't get me wrong with my level of scariness. Okay, I'm in the lightweight division. I can't do all that, as you can tell. So it is a very good book, and I dare you to check it out. Okay, I dare you. I want to know if you were scared, if you had to sleep with the nightlight on. I want to know how this book affected you. Okay, after you read it, I need you to comment. Was you scared? Was you like, this between a rating of 1 to 10? I want you to tell me on the scary factor, on the I was affected, I slept with the nightlight on, I had to pray after reading this, I had to do a cleansing after reading this. You let me know on a scale of 1 to 10 where you were at. Okay? I can tell you mine was like 7, 8. But then after the bat situation, it racked it up to like 12. Oh, but that's just me. So if you've read the book, comment your thoughts. If you haven't read the book, I dare you to go get it and read it and then tell me what you think, okay? And I give the book a 10 out of 10. Look, it was a good book. It really was. I'm just a little scary, okay? I admit it. I'm a scaredy. Okay, there you have it. I've said it. I am. And so there you go. There you go. Read it if you dare. As always, it would make me very happy to see you subscribe, click like, share, tell friends to come on through. If they're looking for book suggestions, just route them my way and tell them to scroll through I think I got 76 or 77 book reviews on here now. So there's plenty of content to figure out what might be your next read, okay? And if you've read any of the books that I have made a review on, even if it was a long time ago, comment and tell me if you like the book too, or give me your thoughts. And as always, I love book suggestions, so go ahead and give me your book suggestions, even if it's the crazy ones, the horror level genre. Go ahead and give them. I'll just have to space them out. But it is something that I probably would not normally read, and that's okay to broaden your horizons sometimes. So until next time, keep turning the pages, my book lovers.